So guys, less than 24 hours until Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown comes out. Ever since it was first announced 4 years ago, in fact over 4 years ago, on July 7th, 2020. And because I'm probably going to be playing TDU for a very long time until we revisit TDU1 and TDU2, now is literally the best chance for me to talk about TDU1 and TDU2 and what's not present in TDU and, you know, just laying the road ahead for where I want to see TDU become, whether it's 1 year down the road, 2 years down the road, 3, 4, 5, however long. Hopefully, of course, this all is dependent on the success of the game at launch. Fingers crossed for the servers as well. But let's take a look at first TDU1 and take a look at some features that I really hope to see in TDU at some point. Let's go. Okay, so here we are in Test Drive Unlimited 1. We're going to exit this because there's not really much in the house. I think that's going to be covered in the TDU2 portion. But anyways, let's take a look at what we have here. Now, the first thing is basically interactivity with your vehicle. In TDU, don't get me wrong, we do have a lot more interactivity with their headlights now, wipers, roof, spoiler, and well, roof was already in TDU2, but spoiler was something we didn't get. In TDU1 though, it does go a little bit further. That's how the clutch and the vehicle works when you're playing the game. Okay, so I have to buy a whole new car just to kind of get this working. But anyways, put on the vehicle, and because this is a manual vehicle, and if I look down the shifter, it should be somewhere here. We'll take off here. So obviously you can see the hand going down to the H shifter. Now, the beauty of this is, if I try to shift without my clutch in, as you can see, it won't let me put it in the correct gear. If I put my clutch in again, it'll go to the correct gear. Now on top of that, it means when you come to a stop without clutch applied, just like in real life, the car is now stalled. Obviously it goes back to neutral. Put it in first again. Stalled it. That is a very key feature that I think helps a lot with the immersion, and hopefully Solo Crown implements that. Unfortunately, it's not in the game at launch, but I think it's a fairly hopefully a fairly easy thing to do. No idea when we can see it, but again, I do want to remind you guys, all of these things I've actually already talked to KT about. So although I'm having this video, I just want to make it so, you know, all of you guys are aware the differences between Solo Crown and TDU and where the future of the game can go. But anyways, if I also switch to another vehicle, which, okay, now I'm just having too much fun. Let's go ahead and get another vehicle. So I just showed you how the Miata works. Now, keep in mind, I haven't changed any settings in this game whatsoever. All I still have is manual mode activated, and the game will automatically choose between A shifter and paddle shift on your wheel. So here we go. Come on, being up here. Here my clutch is in, and I cannot switch gears, and that's because, well, there's no H shifter in this vehicle. It's gonna use the paddle shifters. So turn the car on. Again, no clutch. I'm trying to change gears, nothing's working. But whoops. Paddle shifters on the wheel work. So not only does this help you not having to switch between, say, clutch and regular manual, you now can just easily switch between the two. Not to touch any settings. The game knows automatically what car is an H shifter, what car uses paddle shifters, and they'll apply it accordingly. And just like that, yo, this car is pretty quick. Just like that, this is one of the best immersion features in TDU1 that I hope does carry over to TDU. Let's continue on. Now, over in the map, I know some people think VRent would be a good idea to implement into TDU. Personally, I don't think VRent really does anything in terms of the game's economy or progression. I don't even think it was really used that much in TDU1, so I don't really think I want to see this in TDU. There's so many other things I'd want to see before it. Now, there was another thing in TDU1 that I hope to see come to TDU. And if I remember how to activate it, well, first things first, being able to, well, let me move to the side of the screen. Being able to move your driving assist right here in the menu. So, oh, okay. So if I go to driving assist, there we go. I can switch between all the different driving assists right here in game live, and it'll apply. That is pretty key. Okay, well, clearly this these cars are in our way. But anyways, just like that, I now have access to be able to change our driving modes. The other thing I can do is Chrono Pack. This, my friends, needs to be in TDSC. And I'll show you exactly why. I'll press right in the game to activate. Stop the vehicle. So reach 96 kilometers an hour. Now, see, this isn't the best, oh. And you can also get your max speed. If I brake, you'll get your 60 to 0 distance as well. And that's pretty fun. You gotta admit, you can reset it by pressing that as well. And that's it. You also have the radio, but we need a little menu. A Chrono Pack, I think, would be a perfect addition to Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Now, the rest of the features I want to go over are pretty much in TD2, but a little bit done better. So let's head over to Test Drive Unlimited 2, and we'll take a look at what that game has to offer. So first things first is this. The Photo Ibiza, and well, there's this thing, it was also in Oahu as well. But this is something we need to see. It was just a little extra thing part of the game, and considering how many stunning views, especially at sunset and sunrise, that TDSC has, it makes perfect sense that we should be seeing something like this, man. Anyways, we'll go up to the guy. You might remember who he is, but basically all around the island of, well, both not only Oahu but Ibiza, you could take a look at all these pictures you had to find. You had certain times, certain weathers, certain cars you had to take it with, and this is just, oh, I already have some actually. Like this, for example. Come on. What else I take? Oh, the rock picture I took, cliffs over the sea, sailboat. I think this is actually funny enough, this is the location where the trip to Ibiza thing was. But small stuff like that, man. This, again, goes a long way because Test Drive isn't just about racing and driving as well. It's also about the lifestyle aspects, and I'm sure Kyoto understand that. They know what the fans want, but this is just something that I really hope to see in TDSC. Oh, we even have working mirrors. Okay. Anyways, let's take a look at what else we have. Oh, 177. Let's take a look at what else we have in TDU2. You had these. You guys remember this?
I have some doubts about my girlfriend.
Oh my god, he does?
I think she's hiding something from me.
Don't worry, bro.
Can you follow her car
We got you.
discreetly?
Discreetly? Say no more. Pedal to the metal. Honestly, you can't be discreet following a car in a Zonda. Anyways, these missions, come on. Now, there were more than just these. You had tail missions, or again, you had to follow. Oh, well, we'll let them spot us in this because I have many other missions I want to take a look at. Quick little rear end.
Because of you, I'll never know where she was going.
Bro, she was cheating on you, bro. Come on now. It's okay. Anyways, so you have games like these, missions, and I did not mean to retry this, but in TDU2, you had different missions, and these also gave you money, they increased your level, and these are just extra areas of progression that I hope that we see in TDUSC. I'll try and go through every single one, but you had tail missions, which are there. You had adrenaline, which is another different mission, which we'll take a look at.
Hi, I'm looking for some excitement, and you look like you know how to drive. You interested?
Oh, I do know how to drive. Another one where you had to, you know, gain adrenaline by going fast, weaving in between traffic, drifting. Let's see if we can find any cars so I can showcase this really quick. Here we go. Bam, 17. To be fair, these were fairly easy, to the one where you could get a very easy score very quickly. Of course it's action. Do you know who I am? And there we go. I think we won that, right? Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was awesome.
No problem. No problem. So yeah, missions like that as well. And then you had these, just like TD1, although TD1 was a lot more provocative. I think they toned it down a bit in TD2, but still.
Hello, I'm really tired of walking. Can you please take me home?
Trust me, I did it on stream yesterday. The voice lines for TD1, they wouldn't, honestly. Anyways, driving. So this is pretty easy. If I hit a car, for example, my driving will go down. I know you broke a fingernail. Anyways, so very similar. The goal and objective of this is to arrive at your destination with the highest possible driving score. And as long as you drove carefully, you didn't well, actually there's another one I just remembered. As long as you drove carefully, you didn't knock anything, you were fine. However, there was another mode, which I'll show you guys right now. You also had these time attack. All right, we'll get you to your meeting. So very similarly, except this one doesn't really have a driving score. It's just get to the destination as quick as possible. No comment. Well, actually, there's a driving meter, so fast, and you also had to make sure you didn't mess up your car. But that's one. There's another one which I'll look for right now and show you guys. You had this too. Okay, bro. There's actually quite a few missions, to be honest, in TDU. But anyways, this one you have to reach the required speed and stay above it for that amount of time. So you can see it's counting down the timer. Let's get up to speed, and then we're good. As long as we're up to speed and we get through it, it's fine. Let's take a look at another one. Yes, another. You then had these delivery missions for vehicles. These were also basically the creme de la creme, where you got the most amount of money.
To take my car to be serviced, but I don't have time to go. Can you take it for me and try not to damage it?
Oh, I will try not to damage it, no problem. So these are actually DLC missions as well, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, here we are with a Ferrari. And this is actually, I don't really like this design of Ferrari anyways, but similarly, get there in the required time. Don't crash the vehicle or else you'll lose money. If I deliver the vehicle, it's no longer 17,000, it's now 12,000. But yeah, let's continue on with another mission because I'm looking for one. It hasn't spawned yet. Finally, I found it. This mission.
Hello, would you please drive me home? I'm warning you, I can get sick in cars, so please drive carefully.
Yeah, no problem. So this one was really interesting because this promoted very calm and safe cruising driving. Watch and learn. As you can see, she does not like that type of nonsense. However, if you drive nice and calm as you should, like a TDU game, this is what happens. But again, if you do any crazy turning, they're gonna get sick. Like so. And well, not on the Pagani, please. Not on the Pagani. Thank you. Anyways, so that's that. Now let's take a look at some other features in Test Drive Unlimited 2 that I really hope to see in the future of TDU. Now there's also this, the Community Racing Center, which is a bit different, but just so you guys remember, you basically could make your own races, upload them here, and then you could participate in them and try and win money. And that's how it worked. There was the community version of it. Then there was the official, which is basically what Kiloton would be posting. Well, at the time, Eden Games, but I'm saying if KT made it. But anyways, yeah, so when I did ask about this, Guillaume did mention that, you know, creating an economy here could actually break the game's economy. So he has a different idea for race creators. And if you are kind of doing like for like here, the official racing center is kind of already being recreated in TDC with all these official timed events happening in TDC throughout the whole life that's going to have. You're gonna have weekly races, etc, etc, and that's basically what this was, timed events. It would go on the leaderboard, you'd see different ones, and that's how it would work. So anyways, with that being said, let's take a look at another feature in TDU2. Now, it's worth noting, because there is no Solar Hotel on Ibiza, I do hope that if they do plan on expanding Ibiza, we do see stuff like this again. Enterable plastic surgeons separated from the hotel, and with that being said, a separated barbershop as well, because again, this is, the song's a banger. Oh my god, I have it on my phone. Anyways, we have this. Let's take a look at another thing that I hope gets separated from the Solar Hotel. That's clothing stores. Welcome to another banger song as you enter the store. Thank you. Anyways, the funny thing was about TDU2 stores is that every store was literally the exact same interior asset. All he did was change the color of the clothes and the posters on the wall. But anyways, again, enterable shops, man, everything enterable. That's what I really want to push for. And hopefully, you know, I do hope for the success where we can see things like this appear in the game for the future, because don't forget, this game is not a release and done, guys. You know, 1 year, 2 year, 3, 4 or 5, there's a lot of seasons you could have, and that means a lot of upgrades and content you can do to improve TDC and listening back to the community. But let's head over to houses, because that's the next thing I really want to cover. Yes, houses. All right, arguably one of the better houses in Test Drive Unlimited. I was about to say Solar Crown. Test Drive Unlimited 2. We gotta take a look at the view though before we yap about things we want to see. Oh man. You know, it is very unfortunate houses were left out, man. Like, I hear you guys. It is very unfortunate. But, you know, I'm not going to live in the past, man. It's what's done is done. Now, whatever your excuse may be, whatever you want to say, let's actually get one hell of a house update when it happens. Because now there's no point half-assing it. You got to see the whole thing. Anyways, so I kind of already went over houses anyway, like, in pretty vague, not vague, pretty extreme detail. Weather channel, news channel, DLC help. I just clicked on this so I can hear the menu again. I'm gonna do it again. Thank you. Anyways, what I really want to show off again in more detail is my TDU life, because I think this has a very large potential to be a lot more than what it was in TDU2 and TDUSC. And the whole thing about this was like creating a social media platform per se, right? You had edit my TDU life. You can literally change all of it, as I've told you guys. Everything, you could change it down to the extreme detail. But I don't think it was really used that much. As I said, you take your photo, and hopefully if I have a friend in my friends list where I can actually like show what it looks like. Let's see. Okay, perfect. O2 Spirit. Here we go. Now, I don't know how to bring up the whole profile. I think I have to see them in person to do it. Let's see, is any session players? Yeah, let's see if I can link to player, report abuse. Okay, unfortunately I can't, but imagine I'm certain you could be able to see a similar menu. But anyways, I guess whatever. The thing is, that's what I'm saying. You go in more detail, bring that same thing up and put it in the game. Imagine posting on your TDUSC thing, yo, I'm about to have a car meet at this location, drop by. What the hell? This guy get in my house. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, here we go. My TDU life is gonna work. He left, bro. I needed you when I needed him the most. Did you go in my garage? Yo, I don't know where the hell that guy went, where he came from. But yeah, as I said, you can pull up the My TDU Life profile. It doesn't make sense. You can do it by just opening up your list. I guess you have to add them as friend. I don't know. But anyways, the point still stands. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And on top of that, just houses in general, the whole garage thing, as I already told you guys, I already went over what we could see and what I want to see in terms of the future of TD2 houses. There's so much more we could do to them, man, you know? Anyways, let's take a look at another feature in Test Drive Unlimited 2. Now, in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, you have the streets and these sharps, and that's kind of replacing how clubs worked in TDU2, and I think Lisa's Diner in TDU1. But with that being said, I think there's an opportunity to do something a lot bigger than this. And hear me out, we already have Clan Wars coming for season 3, but what if further down the future after houses, I don't want this to be before houses, but after houses, we see Clan Wars Part 2, where I don't watch the minus like 19 billion or whatever that is. But anyways, Clan Wars Part 2 is my idea, where you bring back separated clubhouses for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. So basically it's like inner Clan Wars going even deeper. And now you can get your own clubhouse and group up with your friends or whatever. You're still part of the streets or the sharps, but now you're in like a sub clan within each of those two. And then that means you can get this clubhouse, you can upgrade more cards, you can have the same garage, invite your friends, stuff like that. I think would be a very cool addition to taking the whole clan system even further with, even further with this whole subgenre. My beloved. Oh my god. See how I lose focus when I play this game sometimes? Oh my god. Yes! One of the best sounding cars in TDU2 though. Sorry guys, I know this is about TDU2 features. Let's count the Gumper Apollo as a TDU2 feature. Can we get the Apollo in TDU? Oh, okay, that's TDU2 physics for you. Luckily, that does not happen in Solar Crown. One of the features I'm happy did not port over. But anyways, let's take a look at another thing. I think this is probably the last thing that I want to cover that I do hope to see in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Okay, so another feature is this co-driving. Just like that, I'm now in the vehicle of my friend. Where to? Oh, and text chat. We need text chat. I almost forgot about that. Yo, text chat. Just like that. Text chat. Let's look back. There we go. Beautiful. What else can I do? I think I can. Okay. So you can also choose like which direction you want to put in. So back, forward. What else was there? Kiloton, you know what you have to do. In fact, the funny thing is, WRC Generations has a co-driver mode. Oh my god, we're gonna die. But yeah, WRC Generations has a co-driver mode, so hopefully they have them the KT engine all ready to build and implement. It'd be nice if we see it sooner rather than later in year one, if that's the case. But anyways, nice little feature there. Oh, and by the way, huge shout out to the Stig, because I can't do any of this without them. So shout out to them for at least joining this session and making this all work. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at some game modes here with Modula. Again, massive shout out. But Keep Your Distance is one of the co-op driving modes that was available in TDU2. Let's start this up and I'll show you guys exactly how this one specifically worked. Very simple. Every race had different requirements. All you had to do was very easy. Keep your distance. So this, again, you had a certain amount of time, and the more bundled up you guys were, the higher the score. There we go. Hopefully we do see this. Well, there are only 2 different co-op racing games in TDU2. So hopefully we do see... Oh, let's not let it drop too low. There we go. So hopefully we do see more than 2 and more interactive ones. There was like the trailer for TDU SC like a while back, where it showed literally the it was like a bunch of people driving and a diamond in a suitcase. Hopefully that's literally the idea KT have for co-op races. Don't know, but let's show you guys the other one, and then that's it for this video. Also, while I'm here, walkable race lobbies. It would be nice to see them get upgraded like that. Imagine, I don't know how to explain it. You guys have seen it though. It's like this, where you just cycle through everyone's car. We can't walk around and discuss and talk, man. That is what we need, man. That is what we need. More interactivity. It's a test drive game, you know? So follow the leader is very simple. I'm the leader actually right now, but essentially, I have to hit a checkpoint and then it switches to the next person. So here we go again, another checkpoint. Modula's gonna get that now, and now they're the leader. Gonna switch. I'll wait for them to pass me here. Oh, I hope you get Pagani at some point, man. There we go. Now it's my turn. Now, in theory, you would be able to do this a lot better than us. Like, you're supposed to be like right on top of each other, but once you learn the checkpoints, it's a lot easier. So I'm gonna let Modula get ahead here. Like I said, guys, it's just these small little things that improve, I guess, the immersion and the connectivity between players. Because TDU is an MMO. Or MMOR, whatever you want to call it. But the point is, it has a focus of this social and lifestyle and everything. But that's that. Massive shout out to the Stick. Thank you so much, bro. So I can at least show you guys all of these features that were in TDU2. Let's end this off. So yeah, guys, that is all the things I really hope to see in the future of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. TDU2 and TDU1 together were really good games in my opinion. Of course, they both had their flaws. Don't get me wrong about that. But just like Solar Crown, it has its flaws and it has its positives. However, unfortunately, in TDU2, Atari was on the verge of bankruptcy and TDU2 was unfortunately binned. However, now we have a publisher that isn't on the verge of bankruptcy and luckily a developer that has been making racing games for a long time as well. And I think the future is bright. However, the future won't be bright without the community's feedback on not only physics and graphics and balancing and features and lifestyle, but just in general, the whole thing, guys. And that's literally what a good MMO should be. You can't make an MMO without catering to what the community likes. And I'm sure KT and Akon both know what the community wants and what they want to see. And I do hope the future of Test Drive Limited Solar Crown is bright, not only at launch, but the foreseeable years ahead. I'm really excited to see what it is. I'm Alex7. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe for more TDU content. See you guys on the one. I'm out, guys. Peace.